My name is Courtney Gee. I'm a Twitch streamer. I stream poker there 5 days a week at twitch.tv/CourtieBee. So I'm the oldest I have actually quite a few siblings, but my closest siblings in age are my sister, who's 3 years younger, and then I have a brother who's 7 years younger. When I was growing up, I was always trying to make things to make money. So I think when I was 12 years old, I was creating stationery and beaded jewelry and trying to sell them to my teachers. Going back even younger, when I was 10, I had my mom used to have a whole bunch of candy at home, and I used to make candy menus and try to sell them to my classmates. So I don't really know why I was trying to make money that way. I actually wanted to be an author. I wanted to write stories, so I wrote a lot of stories back then too. So a lot of the time when I think back to what I wanted to, like what my aspirations were or my career dreams, the only thing I can ever really think of is being an author. I can't come up with anything else. So I had a lot of fun in high school, but not in the most nerdy way possible that you can think of. I was a huge nerd. I was a huge band nerd. I played instruments, and I was always that I want to be, student council. I want to be the editor of my yearbook. So I actually was the editor of my junior high yearbook. I got to university and I realized how much I sucked at all the courses I needed to be good at to become a doctor. And I even actually took the MCAT, the medical college admissions test, and I did pretty well in that, but everything else I just sucked at. So kind of how my university went was the first 2 years I tried to do what I needed to do to get to, I guess, med school requirements. I passed everything, but I didn't do great, and I realized, well, you kind of have to have better grades than this to get anywhere. So what am I going to do now? And I didn't really know what I was doing, and I was just playing poker on the side at the time. And I wanted to quit doing my degree, but by the time I considered quitting my degree, I was already 3 years done. So I said, well, I guess I'll finish. So I did finish my degree, and then I got a full-time job in cell phone sales for some reason, because I was like, well, I really hate when I started university. Let's try something else. So I did that probably for half a year before I really hated it, and then I finally said, F this, I'm so sick of this, let's try to play poker for a living. So that's how I got into poker. And then a few years went by, and I started getting sick of poker, and it was starting to be really difficult to get onto my computer and grind the hours that I needed to play. So I started streaming. Well, I discovered Twitch through a friend, Brian Pellegrino. Everyone will know him as Primordial AA. He started streaming, and it looked really fun. I used to hang out in a stream late at night, and it was like one of those super addicting streams where I'd be like, okay, I'm going to sleep, this is ridiculous, it's so late, and then I'd still be there an hour later watching because he was so good at streaming. And he seemed like he really enjoyed it, and so I said, well, maybe I'll try it. So that's how I got into it. I mean, I don't actually think that my stream's ever going to be superstar status like some of the other streamers. Just I don't know why. I just don't have what they have, but I think that what I do have is an appeal to certain people. I'm able to connect really well with certain people, and those are the people that are always in my stream, and those are the people that kind of make it possible for me to keep streaming. So I feel like I'm one of those streams where we really have a nice community and a really good community of people that like to come together and be part of the community and are there because they, for whatever reason, connect with me and I connect with them. I have no idea what the future holds, even a year from now. I don't know. And sometimes people ask me this, they say, are you going to keep streaming? Will you be streaming a year from now? Or are you planning on making streaming a career? And it's hard for me to answer that because it really does depend on how things go. But as long as I'm enjoying it, and as long as I am making a difference in people's lives, and as long as I'm making enough money to sustain myself, then I'll keep streaming. But kind of all of those things have to keep happening because one of those things alone isn't enough. I don't don't know. This is actually the first live event that I played in 3 years. I've never been a huge live. Online is just so much nicer for me, and I think I'm kind of spoiled by that. What I've learned is that I'm never going to be a live pro, ever. I don't even understand how people stand it. I do not understand.